My name is Shumerria, and I am an actress.
Strike team advancing.
People think the life of an actor is all glitz and glamour, but what you don't see is the grit and grind it takes to make it in the entertainment business. Well, I'm pulling back the curtains and taking you behind the scenes of my life as an actor. This is my journey. Hashtag Actors Life, the journey.
My name is Shumerria Harris. I am an actress and I am originally from Montgomery, Alabama, but I currently reside in New York City.
Well, since I've been in New York, I've booked Shades of Blue with Jennifer Lopez and Ray Liotta. I've booked Shumerria Harris, a series on HBO. I've done quite a few reenactment shows of the ones on Discovery ID, like Perfect Murder. Also, it's a documentary about James Baldwin called I Am Not Your Negro. I had a little small cameo in that. Some of the misconceptions about being actors that you make tons and tons of money. True, you can make tons and tons of money if you book the right job, but the average actor doesn't make tons and tons of money. The average actor works a day or night job and auditions, and like that's pretty much the bulk of the life of an actor. You're always auditioning. It's audition after audition after audition, and then it's like, you know, you get something here or there, but it's just constant auditioning.
So, yeah, I think it went pretty well. They seemed to like me, and you know, I knew all my lines. That was always a good thing. But you never know. So, on to the next audition.
I initially wanted to write and direct films, but I kind of fell into acting. When I went to college, I was in the play
6 Characters in Search of an Author.
And I was playing the old character lady, and it was this moment where I just hopped up because one of the other players took my hat, and where she was trying to take my hat. And I said, jump, I said, back up, give me 50 feet. And like the audience went crazy. And like the rest was history. I was like, this is awesome.
So we can take these off real quick. And in the meantime, I guess, give you guys a little bit about what I was auditioning for. So what I was auditioning for was a CBS series. I can't give you the exact name, but I will say this: it was created by the same creator as Law and Order, Dick Wolf. So look up how many series are on CBS created by Dick Wolf and you'll figure it out. This particular audition was a director's audition, so there are different levels to auditions. You have the initial audition when you come in and you know, give your performance, you read your side, and if they like you, they'll call you back and you audition for the director and producers, which is what I just went in for. And I mean, I think it went pretty well. You know, they seemed to like me. It was cool, and you know, it is what it is. We'll see what comes of it. If something does, awesome. It's another good check, honey. And if something doesn't, hey, I appreciate the opportunity to come in.
Talent is secondary in this business, so which is good and bad. It's good in the sense that it doesn't, like if you don't book the role, it doesn't mean that you're not talented. You know, it just means that maybe you don't have the right look, or, you know, that maybe you just lost out to somebody who is a bigger name. Maybe they just decided to go with somebody with a bigger name. I've had that happen quite a few times.
Have you ever booked something that they said yes and then you get the call that's like, oh, they changed their mind, or once they say yes, it's a yes?
No, I haven't gotten that. But I did book a project. It was a Jerry Seinfeld project, and I was so excited. It was comedians in cars getting coffee. I'll never forget it. And I was so excited. And the final edit, they edited us out. It was like just him. But you can hear our voice though. It was me and like a couple of other people, like we were security guards. It was like 3 of us. And I was like so excited because I was like, you know, it was a small set, real small cast, so I know we're gonna get some camera time. And then we see the final project. I was like, excuse me? What happened? What happened? No. I was like, you hear my voice, that's me. So hurt. I was so distraught.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to #ActorsLife. This is the show all for and about the hustle and bustle lives of actors. Here we discuss the film and television business through personal experiences of industry professionals.
But it's hard. This is hard, but I make it look easy, and it works because I work it.
You have to be a little bit crazy to think I can do this. Everyone in the world wants to be famous,
Right.
and I think I can do it.
And I worked on TV shows, so I got to talk to the casting directors. 9/10 of who is chosen has nothing to do with what you did as far as acting.
Absolutely. It has nothing to do with it. It's all about what the director is looking for.
Yeah.
If he has this certain look, vision in his mind, it is my job to bring it to life.
Right.
And it's your job to actually make his vision come true.
There have been many jobs that I have never gotten, but I've also never been rejected. It's not about me. It's about the job. It is never a rejection of you.
I produced #ActorsLife through the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. They're a really awesome facility here in Manhattan. They offer a place for creatives to do just that, create. I developed my concept from Actors Life. Me and some of my actor friends were having a kumbaya moment in Starbucks.
You know, we've been at Panera Bread. Let me tell you, we've been in Panera Bread in the middle of the winter trying to have kumbaya moments on our life because acting was just messing us up badly, okay? Let me tell you that right now. Do not even lie to these people. Did we not? Me, her, and there's another friend of ours, Erica. Hey, Erica, I'm putting you on blast. We've had cups of coffee and tea and soup, and we've been sitting there like, girl.
I thought that it was just great. It was a great cleansing to be able to vent to one another, and everybody's experiences were a little different, but at the same time, it was just similar stories. And I was like, we really need a place where we can just really talk about how difficult being in the entertainment industry is, because a lot of people don't think that it's that hard. It's like, show up, I'm on camera, ta-da, I'm a star. It doesn't work that way. And it's also therapeutic and healing for other people to hear our experiences, because it lets you know that you're not alone.
I just had such a hard time. I could not get a job, and my mama was like, girl, Sally Mae, call her.
I had no idea. You know, one of the other main things I guess I could tell the people out there is that you have to take leaps of faith. And I have my faith.
From my perspective as a director, I want to know what that actor's process is.
Understand what you're getting yourself into. There's no way you can beat the game if you don't know the rules.
You need to have a basic working understanding of the business side of this business. That's how you go further than just being an artist.
Producing the show has taught me everything about being behind the camera because I was everything behind the camera. I was the writer, the director, the producer, the talent coordinator. I was talent. I was, you name it, I did it. I felt like the show itself, #Actress Life, it had gotten overwhelming. And it had drawn me from acting because I was always looking for my next guest, trying to look for inspiration for my next show idea. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna take a break from this, I'm gonna pull back. And I wanted to focus back on acting. And so I figured, why not just document my journey so that I could take the audience on this experience with me.
Yeah. That'll work, or all black whatever. All black dress? Or all black whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what you doing? Here we go. On set. I know it looked like something different. It's today. What's the day? Friday. All right, so we're on day number 2 of this music video, which is really a mini movie. Here we go. There goes Sean, Frank, everybody. Here we go. Buddy, we out here. Whole crew's out here about to set up. Day number 2. It's gonna be a very long day. The Vivian Sessions video, directed by me, produced by Frank Blinman, Sean Baker. You know what it is, 5.2, Block City. We're out here.
Ultimate big dream is I would love a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I would love to book like for instance, roles that really change and inspire society, that change our culture.
I've been living in hell, and
Are you listening, God? I don't believe that you're listening. How long, and how much more?
I can't breathe.
Who are not in the business, or people who are just coming in who don't understand the politics of the business.
Yes.
Talk that. Because people who
I had this
understand
conversation earlier.
the
Yes.
business, people understand
Just
the
even
politics.
as an artist.
No, they understand what it is.
Just even
so
as
it's
a creator, yeah.
Because prime example, I hate it when people say, "Oh, so when you gonna be on Law and Order? Oh, so when you gonna be on the show?" When they hire me. That's when I'll be on the show. That's like me asking you, "Oh, so when you gonna start working for Morgan Stanley?" When Morgan Stanley hire you, that's when.
It's different from the corporate structure in terms of to get to quote unquote the next level or A-list status. It's not like you can go in at entry level and you work that position for a while and you get promoted, and then you work that position for a while, you get promoted. It doesn't work like that. In the entertainment industry, being an actor in particular, you can go from being on the Z-list to the A-list in a split second, as overnight. You can go from literally being dirt poor to being a millionaire overnight.
I feel that it's important to stay sharp at all times because there's some things that we just can't control, like the lockout. Players couldn't control that. It happened.
Right.
So if there's no projects coming along that fit our type or fit our look or fit our age category, we have no control over that.
Right.
But now if there's 20, 40, 50 things going on that you should be auditioning for, but you're just not, that means you did something to where it's not happening, you know?
Yeah.
Or it just means that you have representation that has 20 to 30 people that fit the same look you do.
Yeah.
And they have 2-3 slots, and that means that right now we got to pick 3 people out of the 30 that we have that fits this role of going and audition. And it's just like an NBA team. You can have 3 good point guards, but one got to start, one is backup, and one is only in garbage time. You know, so it's like, then the way that you control that is so hard. It's very rare that a garbage time point guard ever gets to start on the team that he's on. Sometimes you got to lead your team and look for a better opportunity. And that's the same way with like agencies, you know?
Wow.
Just because you're on the same team don't mean y'all playing for the same thing.
With random sneakers. Right? Don't be afraid, anyone. Stay with random sneakers.
Just the randomness of New York City. Yeah.
You know, it's a shame that people spend their hard-earned money going to school, taking classes, preparing and doing character work, character development, and it doesn't guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee you that you're going to work, doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get a job. You know, yeah, a lot of people have the bright lights and all these opportunities in their eyes, but like I said, it doesn't mean anything. And I mean, I've had a lot of, you know, close calls, I'll say, but nobody cares about what you almost booked. Like, they don't care that you almost booked this role, you almost got that. The only thing people really care about is what they see you in or what they see you doing. And like, this is, people don't see where, okay, I do overnights, but I also have a part-time job. And in between that, I got an audition. And in between that, I'm still trying to create my own opportunities to push myself forward so that all this effort and all this student loan money I done paid back and all this, that you know, me leaving my hometown to come thousands of miles away for an opportunity that, you know, that I'm gonna get, damn it. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna pay off. You know, I'm not doing all this hard work and putting all this hustling in for nothing. You know, but I think that's the saddest part for a lot of people and what breaks a lot of people. You know, because all that you put in, it doesn't guarantee anything. I know you are the big proponent of short films and everything, so one of my goals for this year, for 2020, is to do a short. And of course, to star in it and put it in the film circuit and see what happens.
Basically, this is your entrepreneur year. It's all investing in your own brand as an actor and a filmmaker and a producer.
My goal for this year, because I've been putting out my own content, like, you know, my show Active Life, but I want to be branded as an actor.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why you do short films. You can star in it.
Right. Okay.
But the main short film is really for you to build your brand up. What kind of character you want to play?
Basically, I want to be able to take this and use it to...
As your calling card?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, you know, Hollywood hasn't given me the opportunity yet to show really what I can do talent-wise.
Well, Hollywood's not for us. That's the reality. I think we get caught up with this word Hollywood, and it's really not for us. And the ones that do make it, It's a low percentage. Is it getting better? We'll see. Do we have more control? Yes. But we still gotta go to a studio to get us checked. You really, my advice to all filmmakers and artists and everything, sometimes they don't listen, but the main reason why most people don't reach their full potential is not because they ain't talented.
Right.
They spend 90 to 80% living a life that's not theirs. If you spend 80% in the casting room and 20 on yourself, you put yourself in a worse position. So if I'm an actor, I'm writing and producing my own projects.
Right.
I'm structured, I'm not going to do it just to do it. You have everything you need. You directing, you doing shows, you editing. You have all the tools. Now just structure that into the business. That's the only way to get the roles you want, the control you want, is self-producing your own projects.
That's a great factor of doing stand-up, because not only am I getting out more and performing live in front of people, but people are like, oh, okay, I like her. I'm gonna see what else she has, what else she does. And then they go to my social media and they see my content up there. So,
yeah, if I was you, I would spend this year on your stand-up, because you meet regular people. But regular people become investors.
They do.
When it comes to the cast and stuff,
right.
If something comes, something comes.
Right. And then that's the way I'm looking at it. If something comes, something comes. I put something up.
You tried it the popular way. Now let's try the powerful way. It's lonely, it's not popular at all. Right. It's the road that no one will go down. And some people, what they do sometimes, they do 1 or 2 projects, and when they don't go, they revert, like, it's not working.
Right.
Sometimes we want to do the bare minimum and be like, oh, I did it. We working. We take a picture of people that don't even know you. We working. Stop falling in love with the illusion. And start falling in love with the reality.
That's right.
So let the past be and focus on the person you want to be. What I would do, you'll go at the end of this year, do a nice event, close out the year, you show your 2 short films, do a half-hour stand-up.
Okay.
You have to re-energize yourself. You have to stop and think, what can I do that doesn't depend on someone else saying yes to me? We have to find for ourselves anything we need to move forward, so that we don't do this kind of a thing. Yeah. Give yourself something that we have to continue to nurture that artistic part of ourselves. Listen, otherwise what happens is that part of ourselves we turn against ourselves. Do you say?
I just wanna know what you looking for. I just wanna know what you looking for. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna
And now, a sneak peek from next week's episode. As an actor, you have to be a hustler, always on the hunt for that next opportunity or the next gig. So you must explore all avenues.
You have to re-energize yourself. You have to stop and think, what can I do that doesn't depend on someone else saying yes to me?
Another thing I noticed about being here in New York is like the longer you're here, it's like the more and more compassion you tend to lose for people. You do. Like, the first time I was on a train and somebody jumped in front of that. Like, and apparently that's like a thing here. It is. And I was like, oh my God, that's so awful. Then it happened again and I was like, oh my God, this is awful. People really dressed here? There's one time that happened, I was running late for work. I was like, this insensitive.
Comedy is something I've always been interested in. I've always wanted to try my hand at comedy because up to this point, all the training I've had, it's always been dramatic acting. It's just straight drama. So I wanted to try comedy to give me a little bit more versatility and just to make me a little bit more well-rounded as an actress. So I decided to try stand-up. Reason is because I feel like stand-up is to comedy what theater is to acting. It makes you a stronger performer because everything's live. There is no cut, wait, no, let's take that again. No, everything is right now. Your audience is right in front of you and you have to get it right the first time. There is no room for error. If you mess up, keep going.
And nobody understands, like, the process of figuring out what's funny about anything, it requires stumbling. So you might, along the way of figuring it out, like what's really funny about this thing, say some horrific stuff. And that's kind of just part of the process. Now, especially like younger comedians, they don't know how to do it, so they almost always start at this extreme that's like offensive and not funny or whatever. But that's part of the process. Like, we were just talking about Kobe off camera. Kobe didn't come into the game dunking and throwing up like 80% from the free throw line. Kobe missed a lot of shots. You know what I mean? He shot a lot of air balls. Comedy is the same thing. Your air balls are just in front of people and they have the right to get offended and say, you're a horrible person. I'm going to go watch Vine.
What was your first time performing stand-up like?
Oh my God. I was so nervous on stage my first time performing because I was just afraid that, oh my God, what if I forget my jokes? What if they don't laugh at my jokes? It was just so much nervousness running through my mind. And I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. We're going to do it now. And I got out on stage. And what do you know? Some people actually think I'm funny.
Well, now, the kind of baby mama I be all depends on the kind of baby daddy I have. See, if you are active in my child's life, my kids ain't got to want for nothing, ain't got to ask you for nothing, we'll be cool. But see, now what you ain't going to do is make my kids a bunch of promises and don't deliver. Keep lying to them. Like, don't tell my kids you're going to come pick them up and don't show up. Don't tell my kids you're going to buy them a whole bunch of stuff and don't deliver. Because, see, that's when I have to show up at your door like, hey, how you doing? Listen, you know you had told Junior you was going to come by and pick him up today? Yeah, well, since your phone been going to voicemail all day, I figured maybe you lost your charge or something like that. So I just took the liberty of bringing them on by. Come on, baby. Come on.
Get more behind-the-scenes footage at #ActorsLife.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at ActorsLife1, Twitter at ActorsLifeTheJ, and catch full-length episodes and interviews of #ActorsLife on our YouTube page at ActorsLife.